plants have centrioles? Answer would be no. Plants do not have any centriole. So here by this way cell wall formation occurs, cell plate formation occurs, and eventually there would be formation of two daughter cells. That are of same size almost. These are the two daughter cells. So I'm just making you clear again how in plants cytokinesis occurs. It occurs by cell plate method, and cell plate is basically made up of microtubules, and in plants there is a cell wall, and cell plate formation occurs by the vesicles that are formed by the Golgi complex. This cell plate formation occurs from a complex called phlegmoplast, which is present in the center, and this cell plate formation extends from center to the periphery. So we can say cell division is in centrifugal manner, and this is explaining in diagrams. That is a phlegmoplast complex. It will secrete cell plate substances, and this cell plate substances are secreted from center, which are extending towards the periphery. We can see here it is extending towards the periphery. Ultimately these are separating the two daughter cells. But here is a one point in your NCERT that is oftenly misconfused by the students or misunderstood by the students. There is a cementing material present here. In case of plants, there is a cementing material present here. This cementing material is known as middle lamella. This cementing material is known as middle lamella, which is made up of calcium and magnesium pactates. NCERT writes one line NCERT writes formation of new cell wall begins with the formation of simple precursor called cell plate that represents middle lamella between the walls of two adjacent cells. This line means here we are talking about the cell plate, right? This was the cell plate. This cell plate is the precursor that will form future cell wall. By this cell plate, future cell wall is formed, and this cell plate here, this is the cell plate, and here in this diagram this is the middle lamella. This cell plate is in previous diagram representing middle lamella, that is the connection between or the cementing material between the two cells. So NCERT is just explaining this line that new wall formation, who is initiating new wall formation, that is initiated by cell plate. And what is cell plate? It is the representation of the middle lamella, that was the cementing material between the two adjacent cells, right? So after cell division, all the cell organelles like mitochondria, plastids will get eventually distributed equally in the two daughter cells, right? Here another one line, again NCERT line, which is very important MCQ that can be asked in your NEET exam. In some organisms, karyokinesis is not followed by cytokinesis. As a result, of which multinucleate condition arises. I am writing this NCERT line, then I will explain, leading to formation of syncytium. So we all know in M phase, firstly karyokinesis occurs, then after karyokinesis cytokinesis occurs, right? But in some cells only karyokinesis is going to occur again and again without following any cytokinesis. Means if there is one cell which is initially having only one nuclei, later on after karyokinesis completion there are two nuclei. So what should be the next step here? Cytokinesis should occur here, but cytokinesis is not occurring here. As a result, one again karyokinesis occurs, repeated karyokinesis occurs. Cell gets failed in doing the cytokinesis, but it is performing repeated karyokinesis. Cell cytokinesis कर ही नहीं पा रहा है, बस उसमें सिर्फ karyokinesis बार बार चलती जा रही है. तो एक न्यूक्लियस से कितने न्यूक्लियस बन जाएंगे? 2. इससे कितने बने आगे? 2. तो 2 से टोटल कितने बन गए? 4. These are the 2 nuclei stage, and this will be the 4 nuclei stage. And you know, more than 2 nuclei represents multinucleated condition. After this, again only karyokinesis occurs. Here only karyokinesis we are doing. No cytokinesis, again karyokinesis, again karyokinesis. So from 4 nuclei there will be formation of 8 nuclei. This is the 2 nuclei stage, 4 nuclei stage, 8 nuclei stage, and that is a multinucleated condition, right? This type of divisions are generally known as free nuclear divisions. These kind of divisions are generally known as free nuclear divisions, where only karyokinesis occurs, and after a long time cytokinesis would occur, or in short we can call it FND. That kind of division you will study in your class 12 in first chapter as well. If I give you example to understand this, you all have seen the green coconut. You all might have drank coconut water. This coconut water is multinucleated, and it is formed by this kind of division, that is free nuclear division. As long as coconut get old, there will be the formation of the edible portion. You might all have experienced, जब भी आप नारियल पानी पीने जाते हैं तो आप नारियल पानी वाले भैया को दो चीज़ें बोलते हैं कि आपको ज़्यादा पानी वाला चाहिए या मलाई वाला चाहिए. अगर ज़्यादा पानी वाला चाहिए तो दैट मीन्स कि वहाँ सिर्फ कैरियोकाइनेसिस ज़्यादा हुआ है, साइटोकाइनेसिस वहाँ पे बहुत कम हुआ होगा. साइटोकाइनेसिस कम हुआ होगा तो मतलब वाइट एडिबल पोर्शन, जो आपका मलाई वाला पार्ट है, जो आपका नारियल गिरी वाला पार्ट है, वो कम बना होगा. लेटर ऑन जैसे जैसे कोकोनट की एजिंग होती जाती है, जैसे जैसे वो पुराना होता जाता है, उसमें पानी वाला पार्ट जो है वाटर कंटेंट गेट डिक्रीज्ड एंड द एडिबल पोर्शन गेट इंक्रीज्ड. एज अ रिजल्ट कि वहाँ पे साइटोकाइनेसिस विल स्टार्ट. सो वी कैन से वन एग्जाम्पल टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस इज लिक्विड part of coconut. This liquid part of coconut is known as nuclear endosperm. You will learn more about this in your class 12. And the edible part of coconut is known as cellular endosperm. Right? So we have done with cytokinesis part here. So there will be the last topic, that is the significance of mitosis. Last topic according to your NCERT is significance of mitosis. How mitosis is important? Firstly, mitosis can occur in both haploid or diploid cells, whereas meiosis occurs only in diploid cells or cells with the even ploidy like tetraploid, but not in the pentaploid cells 5N, or not in the triploid cells. Why not in the even ploidy meiosis can occur? That we will study in our upcoming lectures. Mitosis helps in repair. If we report any injury, new cells are formed. So these new cells are formed by the mitosis. It helps in repair and regeneration of cells. During embryogenesis, during embryogenesis from single cell zygote, multicell embryo is formed. And this is again by the equational division, that is the mitosis. This is by equational division, that is mitosis. And most important point, during growth of cell, during growth of cells, there is disturbance in ratio between nucleus and cytoplasm. As firstly, nucleus size increases and cytoplasm is unable to accommodate that large nucleus. That's why nucleus starts karyokinesis. Due to disturbance in nucleus and cytoplasmic ratio, so to restore nucleocytoplasmic ratio, mitosis occurs. This nucleocytoplasmic ratio is also known as karyoplasmic index. Karyoplasmic index. This nucleocytoplasmic ratio is known as karyoplasmic index, or we can write it as Ki, which is equal to volume of nucleus to the volume of cytoplasm. When both nucleus and cytoplasm grows in size, then initially the ratio gets disturbed. So to maintain this volume, mitosis occurs. Right? So these are the some important points. Thank you. For any doubts, you can ask me.